Hi, welcome back to our YouTube channel. On this video today, let's talk about how you can make it work for you to come and study in Ireland and make things possible for yourself. Because most of the times people see the university fees around 15,000, 12,000, 10,000. They straight away dismiss it like, I can't do this because it's too expensive. It looks too much. But let's try to work around this and see how can we make it work. So on this video today, I'm gonna try to explain everything in detail, ways that we can make it work, and how can you apply for yourself. Because guys, I try by all means to avoid using agencies when it comes to this thing. Whether you're applying for your visa, you're applying for university, you're applying for a job in Ireland, try to avoid agencies. If you need to use them, if you have to use them, yes, you can. But most of these things, guys, they are there. You can do them yourself. You don't need anyone else to step in and do it for you. So that's what I'm going to discuss on this video. I hope you're going to get all the information that you need without breaking your pocket, like, because money, finances, is one of the hardest things that people face when they have to relocate to Ireland. So let's get on to the video. The first one, we're gonna focus on cheap courses. Guys, there are cheap courses that you can do which can make life easy for you. I'm not saying because they are cheap courses, now change your career and don't do what you always wanted to do because now you are looking for something cheap, something easier to do. No. If you were already on that field or you were looking to study anything related to certain field, like check, for me, when I was about to go to university or to college, I had few options that I wanted to study. I had option number one, number two, and number three. So I knew that I want something around this. So from whatever options that you already have, try to check the cheapest one that you can do. Then from there, you work around that before you choose the option that is too much expensive. And also, when you're going to choose that option, focus on the job opportunities, careers, because you don't want to study something that you're just going to frame your qualification. I come from a place or environment or a country where people study, qualifies, go to university, and they frame certificates and qualifications. They can't even use them on any company because the course that they did, it's not that much useful when it comes to working or getting a job with it. So be careful of that. So I started by mentioning some of the cheap courses that you can do around Ireland. Anything related to business, most of the times is always cheap. Anything that has to do with data, analytical data, IT, computer science, something like them. Some of them they are cheap, some of them they are too much expensive, but around that area. And anything that has to do with social science, there is a lot of cheap courses when it comes to social science. And anything that has to do with healthcare, it could be healthcare courses that you can do part-time on the side, because we also like work with the company that offers a healthcare. We have a video on that, guys. You can do a healthcare course and that will help you to relocate to Ireland. But then there is university courses that you can do in healthcare. Those courses, they are normally a bit cheap compared to other courses. Like, then when it comes to the ones that are super expensive, if you are thinking of doing anything related to I would say medicine in general is expensive. I remember when I finished my high school as well, I used to be like, I want to study medicine, I want to be a doctor. It's expensive. If you want to be a doctor, yeah, keep going. I love that for you, but it's very expensive. The nursing as well is expensive in Ireland, but it could be cheaper in other places like South Africa. Nursing used to be very cheap, but in Ireland nursing is expensive. Then there is pharmaceutical jobs and dentist jobs or courses. Why am I thinking about jobs? Courses. So those ones, they are a bit cheap. They're expensive, but if you really want to do them and you feel like this is your field, you can do them. I'm not discouraging anyone, guys, but just try to focus on the cheap courses or cheap careers that you can do, while least there are job opportunities on those. Don't just do anything because it's cheap, but look at the job opportunities as we are done. So that's what you should focus on, because the career that you choose, it will decide your future, with whether you make it or not. Then because I have told you about what to look for. So now I have a bit of steps that will make life easy for you when you are working around this to make like things simple and straightforward. So number one, I said start by choosing a college. I have few videos talking about how cheap colleges and which colleges around Ireland. So look for a cheap college that you want to study with and that offers a cheap course that I talked about. And also check if that college has international scholarships. Most of universities in Ireland, they have like they have sponsors or sponsorship or some programs for international students, which will reduce your fees when you're going to study a certain course or something. The fees will be a bit cheaper, but this doesn't come automatic because you're an international student. So we're gonna know you have to apply for it. Normally what they do is drop somewhere between 1,000 euros to 5,000 euros, depending on the course, depending on other things that they look on the site, but between 1,000 to 5,000. Someone might feel like dropping 1,000 from your fees. If your fees are 12,000 and you're dropping 1,000, it's not that much or it's not enough. But at the end of the day, guys, it's still a drop, because if you're gonna pay 12,000 and now you're paying 11,000, that's a drop. If you're gonna pay 9,000, because you can find a lot of courses around 9,000, and now they dropped with 1,000, you are now paying 8,000. That's a lot of money. 1,000, guys, no one is gonna give you 1,000 euros sitting at home without you going out and apply and trying to use those international scholarships. So try to apply for that. Most universities in Ireland will offer it. Once you get that done, the next step that you have to look for or focus on, remember, we are trying to make this study route as easy as possible, or as financially relieving as possible, so that you don't break your pocket or break your arm trying to study in Ireland. You want to make things easier for you, whether easy for your parents as well, because some people, they have parents paying for them. So if you do these steps, it makes it a bit cheaper and easier for your parents, which they can save that money to help you later in life or to do other things. There's always a reason, guys, to save money. Okay, actually, saving money is part of our life. We need to do this as much as we can. When we get a chance, we use it. So the other one that now you're gonna do next to try to help you towards those fees minimization is to work. Guys, I know as a student you have a lot of work in your hands. There is a lot that you have to do. There's always something. University is so hard, but then you can still get 20 hours during your working week, during your university week, to go and work. You can even do night shifts. Some students, they do night shifts, some they work on weekends. So you can try to find what works for you and do something during that time. So what you are allowed to do as a student, you only allowed to work 20 hours during the school term, which is from September to, is it September to May? September to May. Yes, around there. From September to May, you only allowed to work like 20 hours. Then after May, June, July, August, which is the summer in Ireland, during summertime, you can now work up to 40 hours. So use that, guys. It's an opportunity for you to build something for yourself. So for an example on this video, I'm just gonna calculate with someone that is just gonna work the minimum 20 hours. Because if you're gonna mix it during summer and go to 40 hours or even take extra shift, that one is gonna be best and it's gonna be nice for you and you're gonna have more money. But let's calculate on someone that says, even during my even during summer or during my school off days, I want to focus still on school, I want to study, I want to do things. Some people, they do that. I used to be that student before in the past. I no longer do it now. That before the next term for school starts, I start studying and focusing and doing the things that they're gonna come up or we're gonna see or on the next term or on the next class. So if you are that person that wants to focus on that, do it and work less hours. But if you are someone says, I want to work during summer and make more money, get your 40 hours and work and make more money. So because I'm making an example with someone that is gonna say, only gonna do 20 hours. So these are the finances or numbers that I calculated to like give you an example of how much can you make and how much is this gonna help you towards your university fees and towards you living in Ireland during your study time. So let's say you are earning 14 euros 50 for those 20 hours that you are working. I used 14.50 because that's the minimum wage in Ireland at the moment. It used to be lower than that, but they increased it from the last year's budget. So now it's 1450. So if you're gonna work with that 1450 for 20 hours, try not to work more than that, guys, because it's possible to get extra shifts. It's possible to get more hours, especially if you're going to be working in healthcare. They normally want workers, and they always post extra shifts. They normally have sleepovers that you can do as well. You feel like you are not working, you're just going there to sleep, then you can have more money when it comes to that. But remember, you don't want to do anything that is going to end up affecting your visa or sabotaging you and your future. So rather do the right thing for now, not for now, forever. Just continue doing the right thing. So try to work that 20 hours. Don't go beyond that. It's possible to go over 20 hours, but try not to, because they will see it on your revenue. They will see it from your employer records. There's ways that Island can see what's happening around. So calculating on that, let's say 1450 times 20, you're gonna be getting 290 per week, because this 20 hours is per week. So that's 290 euros per week. Then when we put that 290 euros per week to like a month, if you're gonna work those days a month, that's 1160 euros that you're gonna be getting per month in Ireland, just working 20 hours. If you're gonna work 40 during summer, that's your own benefit as well. That's more money that you can get. Then still on finances, now we are breaking down everything, because we said fees, they are around 9,000, 7,500 if you're lucky. But because it's around 9,000 or 10,000, I'll make example with 10,000, because I feel like that's the general that we should all look on or look around. If you get anything less than that, you are lucky. If you get anything more than that, it means your course wanted more. I know when it comes to engineering, most people they pay around 12,000, but 10,000 is just like the median one that I can take. So let's say it was from 10,000. Then the university that you applied with, you applied for them for their scholarship. Then they reduced your fees with 2,000 euros. So now from that 10,000, you are left with 8,000. From that 8,000 that you are left with now, that's your remaining fees. So don't get me wrong here. The first year that you are coming to Ireland, you have to pay almost all your fees before you come in to study. I know you have to actually pay about 6,000 of your fees before you come and step into the country. Then they give you another, is it 6 months or how many months to pay off your remaining fees. So for the first year, you must have enough fees to pay for yourself. What I'm calculating here is the following year after. So let's say you came here to do a program that is 4 years. The first year you have to pay. If they want that 10,000, make sure you have enough money to pay that 10,000. If they want 12,000, you have enough money to pay for that 12,000. Make sure you have it on hand, and you can actually prove yourself other financial support that you could have while you're studying. This one that I'm calculating here is just for you to understand that there are other means and other options, so that you don't cut yourself short because you are thinking that it's too much expensive, it's impossible to do it. I'm showing you that it's possible, especially for the second year, third year, and fourth year. Okay. So now that you are already here and you are working and you got your scholarship that was cutting you 2,000, and you are left with 8,000, instead of your mom sending you money back home to actually pay for that 8,000 that is remaining for your second year and for your third year, you can actually pay it yourself, because when you were working during your income, you managed to raise, if you were working the minimum, which was 20 hours, you managed to raise 13,920. That's what you managed to raise. So that's something that you can use to pay for yourself and still be left with something. But remember, there is accommodation that have to keep in mind. There is food that you have to keep in mind. There is clothes that you have to wear, like when you're going to school. And I know there is like a lot of pressure when it comes to students. You don't want to feel like you are left out. You want to fit in with other kids, so you might end up following the trends and how to dress up. But it's possible for you to afford all those, especially if during summer you're going to increase your hours to 40 hours. You can be making, this is the minimum, this 13,920 is the minimum that you can get if you are not working like hard enough. But if you mix it, you can actually make more than that. You can make up to 25,000 per year in that year. Then you take out 8,000 for your fees. Then the remaining money you use it on yourself. And remember, you still have support from back home, from your parents, from relatives, that they were going to support you even if you were not working. So even if you were just focusing on studying. So I feel like this makes it easy, or it shows that it's possible. It's not that much impossible, but it's possible to work around it. So I also put some steps here to summarize everything that I have been talking about, to for someone that says, okay, you mentioned a lot of things, I just want to understand something straightforward and clear. So step one, choose the college. Make sure that when you're choosing the college, you choose the cheaper option, or the cheaper course that you can do out of your options that you always wanted to study. Don't start anything that you don't want to do because you just want to come to Ireland. Then step two, you go to the website for that college that you are choosing. Remember, we're saying no agent, no anyone helping you. If you want me to help you, the least I can do is when you WhatsApp me, you send me a message asking a question, I can respond to your question, but I won't go out and fill the forms for you. I won't go out and apply for you and do things. I won't do that. You do it yourself. And I believe it's possible, and I believe you can do it. Then you go to the website for that college or for that university. You fill the application form online. After filling the application form online, you upload your documents, which are the supporting documents to the university. Like, it could be your other scripts from your previous school or previous college if you're in college, or from your high school. Just all those supporting documents, make sure you upload everything. Then what you're going to do next is to pay the application fee. There's application fee that you have to pay, but before you pay the application fee, I saw it with the one that we did with my sister. Before paying the application fee, they first checked everything to see if they can really, you get someone to check your documents and everything and tell you if anything is missing before you go all out to apply, because that application fee is not gonna be, what you call it, refunded back to you if you decide to stop or not continue studying or anything, not to proceed with your application. So before you get to that stage, someone would help you with your documents to tell you that something is missing, or you have all the documents. Now you can start applying. That's when you start applying and you pay the application fee. Then next step, you get the offer, which is it comes in a letter. They send it through your email. You get the offer to study a course or to study a program. Once you get that offer, now you, after getting that offer that now says, okay, we have accepted you from this university, you're going to study with us this course, then now you have to pay the deposit. Paying the deposit, it depends on the course that you're going to do. Some courses, they are less than 6,000. If your course is less than 6,000, you have to pay that 6,000 in full before you relocate to Ireland, before you take your suitcases to come to Ireland. Pay that 6,000 for the college first. If it's more than 6,000, which is, I said, a lot of programs are around 10,000 and 12,000, you're going to have to pay at least the minimum of 6,000 as your deposit that you have to pay. Then from there, you can start applying for your visas and applying for other things that you're going to need before you get into Ireland. Then after that, because you have done everything, you have done every step, once you are done applying for a visa, then now you come to Ireland. When you get to Ireland, that's when you apply for that STEM 2 visa that I talked about again on another video, on what stems do you get when you come to Ireland as a student. Then as soon as you land here, after doing everything, that's when you get your STEM. You don't get your STEM when you are there. When you are there, they put a visa on your passport that you are coming to study. When you are here, that's when you go to the immigration offices, then they give you STEM 2 that allows you to study and work in Ireland. I hope that was very clear, guys. I tried being as simple as possible. I just want you guys to understand everything step by step. For those that feel like I'm too slow when I'm talking, or I explain everything over and over, I'm sorry. But for those that want me to go deep, I get a lot of people saying, please explain everything as clear as possible. And some people, they actually tell me that I'm good at explaining these things. And thank you guys for following our channel. Don't forget to subscribe, to like our videos, and to share with other people that you think might benefit from this information. Thank you guys. See you on the next video. The next video that I'm gonna do a video on step-by-step application for the visa when you are applying for the visa as a student. So step-by-step application for visas, like for student visas. Thank you guys. See you on the next video.